just fell down. I said, oh my God. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. Buenos días, buenos noches, buenos tardes, hoy mi gente. Wow, hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I will be reviewing Miss Venezuela 2024. And I said, damn, we were just done with Miss Universe. And now there are a couple of countries, they said, yep, we're going to start immediately right now. We're not going to wait till next year to hold the national pageants. I think I saw Miss Angola and now I'm seeing Miss Venezuela. So they said, hey, we're coming hot and heavy, and I want to give a shout out to my subscriber who strongly advised me to review it. So I said, okay, let me watch it. So, if you're here for the very first time, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell because I will be coming with more pageant reviews. I will also be reviewing, I believe, the live finals for Miss Charm. Yes, Miss Charm, which will be next week. So there are a lot of videos coming. So let me not talk too much. Let me not hold you. Now, Miss Venezuela has been going on for a while now. And I believe that they held their preliminary a couple of weeks ago. So I did not really watch that. For me, I'm just more focused on final. If I have to do almost every step, I don't think I'll have time. So I believe that there has been an anticipation. Everybody has been looking forward. And, you know, it's been a good year for Miss Venezuela because our original Miss Venezuela from 2024, she placed in top 5. So they're a powerhouse when it comes to the pageantry. So now the show starts, and of course the intro of the show, we see the beautiful landscape of the blessed country of Venezuela. We see the greenery, we see the mountains, we see everything. And so we have this slow music playing with the guitar, the strings of the guitar, the passion, the rhythm. And then we see two ladies on stage. And then when I saw the other lady, I said, oh, that's Miss Venezuela 2024. She's performing. I said, she's not joking. And to be honest, I love her dress. I love her height. I love her outfit. It's giving me a calm ambiance with the sun at the back. And Miss Lady in the golden outfit. So it was going well. I loved it. Then all of a sudden it became a party. I said, where is this coming from? It became a party. We have the background dancers, the male dancers in the background. I love their outfits. Then we also have some of the dancers in front. They're lifting the women. Then we have the violin, the guitarist. The lady was singing Miss Venezuela, oh, Miss Venezuela, in 3 different ways. So just when I thought that she ended with one segment, she decided to continue to the second segment, third segment, singing, Miss Venezuela, Miss Venezuela. And the dancers came in the traditional outfit, wearing white. And we have this lady too in her silver outfit, wearing her white boots. And, it's giving that Latin cultural outfit with the piano. Everybody was dancing. Like, I like this part. I think this was my favorite part of the segment.
Va colgando de un hilito mi corazón, mi corazoncito busca refugio en este amorcito. Mi mamacita sigue tu empeño, esto parece un baño eterno, pues tú enfrentas un capricho.
I really liked it, but there was energy on stage. It was very caliente. It was very, there was fire on the dance floor. I say, is this a music awards? My only issue is that the performance took so long, and I felt like the performance was a bit all over the place because, like, I think I heard 5 different songs in 8 minutes. 5 different songs, different dancers. We see the instrumentist. We see everybody who is playing the instrument. Like everybody. But hey, you know what? I still liked it. So then we have the top 23 ladies. All the ladies, they came busting a choreography on stage wearing their beautiful golden dress. And I think they killed it. They did very well. And so I thought our focus will be on the ladies. they said, look, we're going to include these women in this music show. So then we finally get the presenter. I believe her name is Maite Delgado. When I like her outfit, I love her dress, but when I saw her, I thought she was the Grand Madame, darling. I thought she was like the CEO or something. She's giving me the boss lady, like the CEO. So when I heard that, oh, she's the presenter, I said, oh, okay. Now, the part that I hated so much. I thought she was just going to calmly present here, just say, okay, we thank everybody for coming, hope you all are having a wonderful time, and this is the itinerary, this is what's going to happen. I was waiting as the clock went by, waiting for this lady to finish. So the lady was talking, and I'm like, ma'am, it's almost 10 minutes. Like, I want the show to go on. I understand that we have to thank everybody. Thanking the singers, the dancers, the background singers, you name it, the background vocalists, the people, the instrument players. She was basically thanking everybody in my Oprah voice. You get a thank you, you get a thank you, you get a thank you. Everybody gets a thank you. So I thought, okay, now they'll move on to maybe, who knows, the adverts or other things, you know. And now they turn backstage, just backstage. And I believe that they're interviewing the former Miss, well, our current reigning Miss, and just asking her, oh, what do they think of the show? How is it going on? And I'm like, is this part really necessary? Like, then it moves straight into the 4 panelists that we see, and I believe they're talking about how the ladies, they progressed from the preliminary, giving updates, etc., discussing how things are going. That's how the panelists, they talk in between and all that. And for me, I don't know, maybe this is just how Miss Venezuela does it. This is my first time watching Miss Venezuela, but I just felt like maybe we should have seen the panelists discussing things like towards the end of the show, when they have to pick their top 5 and all that. Maybe that's just me, just so that we can save time, because my focus is on the ladies. I just want them to go through the ladies, and they were also taking up time. But anyway, finally we get to the ladies, the stunning ladies, where they both have to introduce themselves and just basically shout out the name, where which state they're representing. And before I continue, yeah, I just want to say something, because I believe that most of these ladies, they're all young. I think I'm older than most of them, you know, I'm in my 30s. And I just wanted to ask, like, is it the makeup, Miss Venezuela, or any of you fans who probably come from me? I'm not sure if it's the makeup that's aging them, or if maybe it's the fillers. That's the thing, if it's the fillers. Because I know that, what's that man's name? The national director, also, or whatever his name is, Usmao. That man, he's extremely critical on ladies, their beauty. He feels like if you need to fix something, you need to fix something. So I believe that most of these ladies, they have a little bit touch-up done. There's nothing wrong with touch-up. But the thing is, if the touch-up ages you, and does not make you look like your usual self, because you cannot be 23 years old and you're looking like you're almost in your early 40s, looking good. So I don't know what it is, if it's the makeup or not. So it was really hard for me to tell. And me, I love makeup. There's makeup that enhances you. It should not age you. So that's my issue. So these ones are my favorites. These ones stood out to me in the intro. But that does not mean that they will stand out to me in the next round. So we are done with that part, the top 23, as we wait for them to announce their top 10. Now what I do love is that they put the QR code on screen so that you can scan it, and based on that you can vote for your favorite to make it to the top 10. I believe, yeah. So even though there was a language barrier, but I did catch up. Now, as we're waiting, again, I had to skip because the presenters, they were talking again. And we have two of the presenters, yeah. Maite and then her co-host. And it seems like she just overpowered that man. Seriously. That man was literally an assistant. I kid you not. I kid you not. She was basically overpowering him. And I understand that she's a veteran in her industry. Of course, she's going to be the main person. But damn, that man barely had a word in. Like, he was just overpowered. Then we have them announce the top 10 finalists. So they expressed how proud they are, how they have achieved it, that they did not let anything break them down, and they have demonstrated resilience and discipline. So it was good. And then also Miss Falcon had a lovely singing voice. Like, I guess that's the round where you kind of show your personality. It's not really an official QA. So that was good. And so again, panelists, I'm sorry if I'm switching back and forth, yeah. So the panelists too, I believe that they were talking about the future of Miss Venezuela. So they were talking about upcoming developments that they want to work on. Basically giving the rights to Netflix, working with Netflix to broadcast Miss Venezuela, looking for different ways to develop the pageant. We have the top 10 disco round. This round was so entertaining. Seriously, I actually loved it, but again, it was a bit all over the place, but hey, it gave us energy. So then, did I hear one part where they were singing like Dancing Queen, like in the Spanish version? Their own redemption, like you are my dancing queen, young and sweet, oh Valerie. And then I heard the other part too, oops I did it again, from Britney Spears. Like they said they're taking it old school. And then we also had, I felt like it was giving Soul Train, the Soul Train, like the discos, the big hair, like disco theme. So that was fun. It was very vibrant. And I felt like, yeah, the girls came out, and then we also had the dancers in the background. But what do you guys think about this one? Like, I like the dancing, I like the music, but I felt like the dancers did not need to dance in the background while the ladies were walking, because I really wanted to put my full focus on the ladies. Body, they gave confidence, they gave a presence. Very beautiful, classy, sexy, cool. It was nice. And so as the ladies, they walked out, like I said, I believe that they were outshined by the performance. That's just me. That's just me. Like the music, they were going back to back to back. And don't get me wrong, I actually like the music. But they said, damn, we're going to squeeze in as many artists as possible during this segment. Because it was not only one artist or musician that came. Yeah, so at the end of the day, like I said, these were my favorites. The ladies, they stood out to me. They had the presence, they had the confidence, they had the je ne sais quoi, something about them, presence. So these were absolutely my favorite. Now we see the advocacy from Miss Universe Venezuela, how involved they are, specifically in promoting education. As you can see how these ladies, they visit the schools and everything, just empowering the youth and yeah, contributing to the society. So you see a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So I think that was very nice that they showed that. And the evening gown segment was stunning. I loved it. The ladies took their time. I liked most of the outfits, but these were again my standouts. Now this lady, everything went well with this lady until she just fell down. I said, oh my God, is she okay? Until she slipped. Because I was just watching the show and I said, damn, she woke me up. But you know what? What I liked the sisterhood. Her sister came over to her and she helped her up. And I like how the presenter also highlighted it. And she's like, you see, this is what we're all about. It's all about sister unity. It's about sisterhood. That's how we support and help each other. And I said, that's very good. And I also like that the presenter, she described the dress in detail. She basically explained it. She explained who the designer was. She explained what the outfit was made of, the detail that goes into making the dress, how long it took, etc. I said, wow. To be honest, I have to give her grace on that one. I give it to her. So now I'm just going to cut short. I just didn't like our presenter, her third dress, the red dress. I hated it. It's giving vintage, which I don't mind. It's giving me that 60s, 70s type of gown from these rich people and all that. It's giving that, but it's just something I'm like, oh, it's a bit dated. These were, again, my standouts. They looked amazing. I loved their outfits. I loved their dress. They were captivating. Now, but regardless, I love it. I also like the backstage presenters. They look amazing. So now they've announced the top 5, yeah? And they're going straight into the Q&A. So the Q&A, I basically had to get this again out of the Google translation. Now, if I made a mistake somewhere, please correct me. Yeah, even the translation, it did not really make that much sense, but I was able to figure out how I could just, formulate the sentence. So they asked the first question to Miss Amazon. Yeah. And that question is, what is the greatest challenge we face in our society today? And what role does a beauty queen play to overcome this challenge positively? So the answer she gave, of course, she took her time to greet the nation and everybody. And she said her role is to look into each corner of society, identify and tackle on what people are suffering from, the areas that they need help in. And she wants to make them feel heard, seen, and she will use her platform to show visibility to that. So she wants to use her platform to make them feel seen and heard. And I'm like, okay, that's an okay answer. Sometimes I wish they could just use an example on why they would do that, on how they could do that. Because it's very easy to say, okay, I would use to be seen, like heard. What steps are you willing to take, to use your platform? But I think it was an okay answer. So then we have Miss Anzotek. I hope I'm saying her name well. She goes by the name Stephanie anyway. And so the question they ask her is, Miss Universe is the most recognized and prestigious pageant, yeah, in the region. Thanks to our beautiful women, which approach would you take to promote our beautiful country? And then her answer was, I felt she had a good answer. This is one of the most well-known platforms in the country. That's her answer. So her answer is, Miss Universe Venezuela is the most well-known pageantry in the country, nationwide and worldwide. Yeah. And in a world full of opportunities, there are so many mediums, both nationwide and worldwide, that can encourage the youth to be ambitious and to empower themselves through education, to look for professions and help to develop our country. This wonderful platform on Miss Universe has opened doors. And I said that's a good answer. Yeah, I agree. That's a very good answer. She went into detail. She explained it, and also with the help of social media, there are ways to do that, even to promote it, to promote education, to promote goodwill activities, anything. So to be honest, her answer was captivating to me. And also, then we have Miss Distrito Capital. And I think they said, how would you fight gender-based violence? How will you use your platform to empower the society on this issue? And she said she was raised by a strong woman who made her believe that she can fight through any obstacle and fight for her dreams, and that's the platform, that helps her. For me, I don't know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, if I did not get the question right. But I just felt that that answer was she made that answer a bit about herself. Like, they're asking you a question like, how do you feel you can tackle, like, use, when it comes to gender-based violence, how could you use your platform to empower the society, especially women? What about empowering them? You use your platform, they can look at you as a role model, but you also use your platform to empower them, whether it's through education, whether it's through basic trade, something to help these women stand on their feet so that they don't depend on a man. Yeah, so it's a very broad thing, or even just PSA, like, get out of the situation, creating a safe space for them to come out, things like that. But like this one, she just made it a bit about herself, so her answer was quite underwhelming. So then we have number 4, Miss Miranda. So the judge asked her that AI is advancing in this day and age. What are your concerns regarding its development, and how is it regarded as ethical and responsible? So she said that AI has helped us move forward in this society. Again, shout out Chat GPT. That's coming from me. But however, if it's not used responsible, it may be a big issue. And so she wants to educate how it will be beneficial. Now this answer is actually good, but I wish she would have delved a bit deeper. Like I said, they were actually given enough time. Like I said, this is a bit the longest Q&A answer time limit that they've given. So I wish she could have just said simply like, when it's not used correctly. She could have given an example how identities are being duplicated thanks to AI, and which may be used for fraud. Also, the second one is that it's good that we have these advancements that are helping us in this day and age, but I feel that it makes us a bit lazy as a society, if that makes sense. Also, jobs are being lost because of AI. Yes, AI is starting to replace the usual jobs of people. So I feel like it has its disadvantage too. It has its advantage. So I wish she would have just explained that. And she could have explained that in one sentence. But her answer was okay. Last but not least, we have Miss Nueva Esparta. Yeah. And so the judge asked her, in the near future, the youth will be prevented from using filters on social media to alter their look. What's your opinion on this, and how do you think it would affect their mental health? Now, this is a very, very good question. And the answer is also very interesting. Now, her answer is that she believes that we live in a society where we feel secure hiding behind the filters. And we don't understand how important self-love is. Empathy for ourselves beyond beauty, to show my values and inner beauty. That's how she said it. So she wants to, what did she say? Hiding behind it. But she also wants, and we don't understand self-love. So she wants to promote self-love. And she also wants us to have empathy for ourselves. We shouldn't be too overcritical on ourselves. And we're beyond our beauty. And I said that's a very good answer, but the thing is, You guys are going to come for me. You're going to come for me. You know, you're saying this, and I understand. I completely understand. But like, girl, you have filters. You have filters. You have a bit of work done. You know, and again, I'm not fully going to blame you. Unfortunately, you're in the pageant world. It's looks based, and if you have I don't even want to call that man names, but you're a national director, Osmel, if you have him, and I saw how overcritical he is on these girls' looks, you would basically do that. So even you yourself, you could be somebody you would love yourself. But based on this pageant and based on this look base, you would have work done. So I feel that the answer is a bit hypocritical. But I understand she has to give that answer. It's politically correct. But then you ask yourself, damn, you've had filters and you're giving this answer. But anyway, I felt like all these ladies did good. My favorite answer was definitely Miss Anzao Tank. I hope I'm saying the name well. So that's Stephanie. She gave a very, very good answer. And also the first one was Miss Amazon. Even though I felt hers was okay. But yeah, those were the answers that were really captivating. So then, before they announce the winner, of course they have to also announce, like, I think it was the best gown. So that was Miss Zulia, the lady that fell. Oh, then even though she fell down badly, she was given the best gown. So we'll give her that. And best popularity was Miss Sucre. And yeah, and so we finally have to say goodbye to our reigning queen, our current Miss Venezuela. She looked stunning in that outfit. I also loved how she walked in the middle, and then you had the other queens. She was surrounded by the queens. They were looking at her in awe, and she just had that moment to herself. It was beautiful to watch. And yeah, and they finally announced the winner. So I'm just going straight into the winner. And the winner is indeed Stephanie, so Miss Anzotek. Oh my god, she won. And yeah, and they put the crown on her. She looked stunning. They were amazing. And congratulations, Miss Stephanie. Yeah, congratulations. You won. You deserved it. You also had a good presentation. Everything was good. So how do I give this show overall? Which score am I going to give this show? I'm going to give the show a 7 out of 10. It could have been higher. Like I said, they could have saved time on this show. I feel like maybe because they've done, I haven't watched the preliminary, so maybe they've hosted that one a bit differently. But I felt that the way this show was, the time that went into this show, I'll say that 30% went into the ladies. That's the issue. Because most of the huge portion of this show went to the performers, the musicians that were performing. And I have no problem with musicians performing. But like if it's 2 musicians performing for that whole night, no problem, maximum 3. But in one segment, for example, the opening segment, we had 4 types of songs, 3 different artists. All those segments, so they've taken like almost 10 minutes. Yeah, then we also have the presenter that was talking. She also took a portion of the time. Then we had the panelists. They also showed the backstage one, but the backstage one was briefly. Then we had the panelists, the ones that were discussing like, okay, how are the girls doing, everything. They were talking about the show and all that. And I actually didn't have a problem with the panelists, but I wish that the panelists would have just been showed once, and that would be when we're waiting for the top 5 at least. Yeah, but they were going back and forth, so they had like 4 segments already. They showed them 4 times. And so I felt also when it came to the product placement and all that, well, we saw the water, we saw the beauty hamper and all those things. So it was product placement from the sponsors. And I felt like, oh, okay, I'll get into it. So with the time, even with the disco scene too, we had so many performers. There were too many on stage. And again, the focus was not on the ladies. That's just my personal opinion. I like the theme. I like the energy it brings, but I just felt like, oh my god. So even when those performers, they stopped performing and the presenters came, they should have exited, you know, and then we would have still had the focus on the ladies in their swimsuit wear, and we could put the focus on them. And so yeah, and so fine, so that was that part. The presenter too, I think she presented very well. She's a veteran, like I said. She's the grande dame. I feel like her image doesn't, she looks like a boss lady, a billionaire. So I don't really see, when I look at her image, I don't really think of presenter, but I think she's been in the Venezuelan TV industry for years, so I understand it. She overshadowed her co-host, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, you have that one. Now when it comes to the sponsors, I know that I'm watching it on YouTube, so probably I won't see the adverts compared to if it's on TV in Venezuela. So we would have probably seen them there. I wish we would have seen the ladies in these adverts with the products. Again, if it's there, correct me if I'm wrong, if it's there and I don't know, but I'm just basing it based on what I see on the show, because I explained it how it was for Miss Philippines, how I liked how they've involved these girls in the adverts of their sponsors, how they also turned it into an infomercial. That was well done. So with this one, I barely saw it. The only thing that I saw was product placement, and it didn't make it seem credible. You know what I hate about, I just feel product placement is such, I don't know, it's not really appealing. I want to see an advert where they involve these ladies. Yeah, so I think for the rest it's okay. I like the stage, of course. I love the stage, I love the settings, I love the lighting. The focus was really on the ladies. Now with the makeup, like I said, I was not such a fan of the makeup. It has aged some of the ladies, and I felt with the I felt with some of the contestants too, their hair could have been better, could have done better. Yeah, sometimes I want to see a different type of hair, but yeah, but especially with the makeup, it felt aged. Their evening gowns look good. You could see that it came from professional designers. It looked amazing. It looked very professional, well, beautiful, classy. Some even had an 80s look, but it's still timeless. Some had a timeless look, so I really like that. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of the makeup. But yeah, for the rest, I think that's it. I haven't watched the preliminary, so yeah, but for the rest it was okay. Yeah, it was good, it was okay. 7, and congratulations to Miss Stephanie, the winner. We're looking forward to seeing you represent in Miss Universe. So tell me what you think about this video. Give it a like, share, tell me what you think about it, and yeah, yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you, bye.